3, 2.
2 circus tapes.
Right now, no. Ooh, one jumped off the high jump.
Well, this is why they don't use animals in circuses anymore. It's just cruel. Cruelty.
Hey dolls, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo. Did you miss us? And by us, I mean myself and my illegitimate drag daughter, Ms. Wilhelmina Boxfarts. How are you, Wilhelmina?
I'm fabulous, Wilma.
We've been away.
We've been away.
We've been busy and famous. The long and short of it is we have been a little preoccupado, and we are now into the 6th episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. One of our favorite franchises to review,
Yes.
and we've done none of it.
Well, not entirely true.
That's true. We did 3 episodes last week, and
Wilma threw them out.
I threw them out. Like
I looked too good.
They were too. No one would have believed it was us. We had Halloween makeup on. We were very cute, and it just didn't. I wasn't happy.
IT problems.
And so I called Wilhelmina and said, "It's all your fault, and you need to come here and help me fix it." So here we are.
So we're going to speed run 6 episodes.
Yeah. Hold on to your hats. We're not going to get into many details.
Details.
Just the nuts.
Yeah.
And the bolt. So let's start with episode 1. We'll start at the very beginning. Very good place.
Very good place to start.
Yeah. So episode 1 was a bit of a wank.
You didn't like this episode.
I didn't, because it was unnecessarily set up. If they weren't going to send anybody home, they should have just said, "We're not sending anyone home," and let us enjoy the magic that is drag.
But they needed to torture the queens a bit and make them think someone was going to go home, but
Or they wouldn't try so hard.
Or they wouldn't try so hard.
So we met the queens one by one. Who stood out for you coming through that door?
Who stood out for me? Catherine Felix?
First.
No, did
I
not.
liked her. I liked her. You didn't like her?
My first impression of her was me.
Okay.
My first impression of Tayris was cuter as a boy. First impression of Sally TM was she's a weirdo. So
I loved her.
I'm in.
I loved her right away. Yeah.
Select's Addiction, first impression, she rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I didn't like her. I didn't like her. There was a lot of this, a lot of winking, which normally I would get on board for, but I don't know. Maybe it's because she's skinny and tall and young and cute and full of the newness of living. I don't know what it was. Put me off her.
Pasty?
I quite enjoyed Pasty because, well, now I'm hungry. I just thought, this is a queen that's not taking herself too seriously, and I also like that.
And none of the other queens seem to take her seriously.
Not at all. Not even the slightest. No.
Nying Bella?
I was intrigued by her because she looked like she'd been pulled backwards through a fence in the best way possible.
She seemed fun but messy. That was my first impression.
I also had the hardest time understanding anything she said. And then she was giving me strong Valentina vibes, like she had some other show going on in her head that she was on, other than this one.
What show are you on in your head?
It's the Wilma Fingerdoo show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you not get cable?
Is that terrible?
Page 3.
I knew of Page 3 before this. I'd heard of her. I'd seen her before. So I was excited to see what she brought to the table.
I liked her. She seemed very polished. She seemed very fun. She had a gigantic mouth, so that's always fun.
All those things work well for drag. Yeah. You know,
Elvosk.
Loved her because I just was so impressed by her drag, and then to find out she was the youngest.
Just a baby.
That impressed me.
Ooh, Viola. Ooh.
Hated her right out of the gate. The minute she came down that runway into the workroom playing the violin,
I felt insincerity and just
self-absorption.
Yeah, self-absorption. I immediately rubbed me the wrong way as well. Chai Tea Grande.
She didn't wow me because we've seen this look 100 times, but
she didn't wow me because she seemed quiet, a little shy Tea Grande. Bonnie and Clyde.
Loved the name right away. When they said Bonnie and Clyde, I lost it. And then I was looking at Acacia Forgot.
Yeah, it was like how great that Acacia is in another franchise.
Oh, look at that!
How wonderful! I love a comedy queen. She's got 10 years of experience. I was like, I'm in for this one. Yeah, Billings was last one.
What an odd name! But then she also had this over-tanned, I'm a pretty girl, I'm not going to sweat or pick stuff up off the floor kind of disposition. It's her resting pretty girl face. It's just very, very much you wish you were me and you're never going to be look. And she was another one I just out of the gate wasn't interested in.
So just to keep score, all the skinny girls you hated.
I hated all the skinny girls.
And then all the ones who had a little meat on their bones, you're like, yum, yum, yum. All right, then we moved on to the Maxi Challenge, which was the Brit Gala, which was
stupid.
We got to see them in another outfit, and we got to see some of our favorite queens, and we also got to see Tessa Testicle.
I'm going to say Select's Addiction's outfit for that pink carpet, stunning. I don't know. I still don't know what it was, but wow.
I really liked Bones' look because she was dressed as that glamorous religious penis.
Oh, yeah, with the swords around her face. It was stunning.
Because I immediately judged her as I'm just going to be a pretty girl. I was like, oh, well, that's weird.
Yeah, it was very avant-garde. It really reminded me of something that Isis Couture from Canada's Drag Race would have worn. And I just thought that was spectacular.
Except we knew it wasn't Isis because she didn't quit. So...
I mean, the worst outfit, bless, was on Pasty because not only did she look like she'd been pulled backwards through her fence, but like that she'd been murdered while it was happening.
Yeah, and then she went back for seconds.
Yeah, or maybe to the shower to clear off a few twigs, which I know was the look she was going for, but it just didn't translate. Yeah. And then it was Elimination Day. Yeah. Anything particularly go on in the workroom?
No, the Irish Queen's kind of Irish. Yeah. Nine Bella... You talked about Cameroon. And then it was off to the runway. Yeah. It was the classic first Drag Race UK category for the runway, Queen of my hometown.
Yes.
I would like Joel Dommett to be Queen of my hometown.
As long as he's not wearing clothing, he can be the Queen, King, Duke, Jester, I don't care. Just park it over there and let me look at it all I want. Yeah,
very tasty first.
He's adorable. Bones was first down the runway in her puffy short blazer and long pants with a corset. The corset saved this outfit for me because it gave her shape, so I totally gave her a Fingerdoo.
Yeah, and I loved that the pants could have been anal beads. They could have been. They were very large. You could have used them.
I was going to say, who's going to stick that up? Well,
Catching feelings.
Oh,
serving some Welsh realness.
My only disappointment in this is that it wasn't stoned or it wasn't dragged up. I still gave her a Fingerdoo because that pipe had. Oof.
Nine Bella was next down the runway, serving an ode to Big Ben.
Yeah, well...
Who apparently she's never seen before because she just had a tiny desk.
Or she felt that 50 little Bens would equal a Big Ben.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
No.
Page 3.
Oh, yes. Page 3 was from the
Surrey Hills.
The Surrey Hills. I really enjoyed what she had on for the shapes, but I feel like the printing that she did, which was the countryside from where she's from, made it too much to look at. I like asymmetry in a garment, but this was almost asymmetrical for the sake of asymmetry, and it really broke my head a little bit. But I still gave her a Fingerdoo. Yeah.
Ooh, next down the runway, Chitty Grande, serving us Bangkok from the front and London from the back, and
which is how you like it.
That's how I like it. Yeah, that's how I like. You don't want a Bangkok.
No, in the back, never. No.
You want a Big Ben in the back.
Yeah, I'm giving her a Fingerdoo because the front, the Bangkok side, was so gorgeous. I wish she had given the London side the same effort.
Yeah, I just wish that she had tied the two looks together better.
Oh, listen to you, so clever. Oh.
Wordplay. Oh, our favorite queen, Viola, representing Coventry.
This was the most stunning outfit of the night. I just didn't care.
It was all ribbony and woven because all the ribbons in the world come from Coventry.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I'd give her a Fingerdoo because it was beautiful. But I didn't care.
Sally TM was next, representing South Shield.
I totally love this. I for what she had worn so far this episode, this surprised me because it was a garment.
It was super fun. I was immediately on board with Sally. I was like, okay, yeah, she's going to be weird. She's going to be a little out there. I am tucking in for this season.
Yeah. Pasty's Eden project, representing Cornwall, was something that when she said it, I still was like, oh, is that right? It wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't the best thing.
It wasn't food.
I'm giving her a Fingerdoo, though, because what the hell was that in her hair? Like, there were just some things that were going on there that I feel like she put there to break it up, not to enhance the look.
Yeah, she just kind of looked like a she was going out for Halloween as a poor man's Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Oh, next down the runway, Tyrus was representing Brighton as a pufferfish.
Because Brighton's known for its pufferfish. If it's known for anything,
well,
it's that one pufferfish.
World-renowned pufferfish exhibit.
No Pebble Beach, no Brighton Pavilion, no pier, none of it.
Previous losers from Brighton from previous seasons of Drag Race UK. It wasn't giving me pufferfish. It was well made. She looked good.
She looked great.
Not for this runway.
But I'm glad she explained it.
I'd love to puffy ball wig. I just wish it hadn't been like...
It was a little low in the front.
It was a little low, hanging down in her...
Yeah. Fingerdoo, though, for Tavis, because it still was a nice outfit.
It was a nice outfit. Elle Vosk was up next, and she was dressed as the Titanic Museum from Belfast. And the judges loved this look. I loved this look, too.
I loved it, too, yeah.
I liked the wig. I thought it looked cheap. I think it must have looked better in person. And you probably have cataracts, so...
But the wig was what stole the show for
me. The wig was
If it weren't that wig, I don't know if the dress would have followed through. So, yeah, I think there was just a complete effort from all aspects of her look, and that's why I gave her a Fingerdoo.
Last but not least was Bonnie and Clyde, representing Dublin, and so she was serving some St. Patrick with her Acacia Forgot face.
Yeah. It
was quite fun. It was cute.
Yeah, she looked great. Yeah.
Nice red snake.
Yep, I gave her a Fingerdoo.
So the top 3 queens were Katrin Feelings, Page 3, and Elle Vosk.
Yeah. And surprise, especially for you, Elle Vosk was the winner of this week. So I guess a little cardboard and fabric is all you need.
The bottom 3, to nobody's surprise, Niall, Bella, Pasty, and Taris.
Yeah.
All the queens got to vote for the 3 queens that were in the bottom. And
the three. Before they lip sync.
Supposedly this is how things went down. Everyone voted, and if you were about to get kicked off, but you got the most votes and you were the lucky cow, you got to be saved.
Because it did come down to Niall, Bella, and Pasty.
And this lip sync was fine. It was Charlie XCX's Von Dutch.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah. I was surprised with how well Pasty did, because I wasn't expecting anything. And I was also surprised at how mediocre almost Niall Bella was. So when it came down to it, I wasn't surprised that Pasty was in the bottom, but we weren't done.
There was a mooing sound. She was saved. Huzzah! I still don't believe that any of this was
whoever
real.
Had been in the bottom was going to get the lucky cow.
I just don't think they wanted to send anyone home the first episode, and I don't think they wanted to tell the queens that.
Yeah.
And so I think this is what happened.
Which brings us to episode 2.
Episode 2. Pasty got a sash, a lucky cow sash.
Yeah, lucky cow sash. That's as good as a kick in the pants on the way out the door.
Is it?
I don't know.
I've never had a sash, and
So Ru arrived in a southwestern suit and had a blanket on one side of it. I quite enjoyed it, but it was odd. I mean, if she's cold in Britain, I understand.
It's like half of her is formal and half of her is casual.
Yeah. And it wasn't the half you were expecting. Yeah. But I don't care what she's wearing when she has a mini challenge. And this week she had it. It was the Tainters challenge, which was their spoof on the Traders UK. Which has just started up. It's the celebrity one. And of course, Claudia Winkleman is the host of that. And all the queens had to do quick Claudia drag.
I think I could do quick Claudia drag. It's nothing but eyeshadow and bangs.
And white lipstick.
Yeah.
Done.
Easy peasy.
A dark tan and you're good to go.
Yeah, this mini challenge was just a way to cause a bit of drama.
Yeah, who's the prettiest? Bones got that one. Yeah. She was very happy. Who's the most annoying? Well, Viola got that one and never let it go. Which kills me because Pasty got worst drag and the next one to go home. Yeah. She got the 2 worst ones and she still had a smile screwed onto that.
Still a smile on her face. Niall Bella voted for someone called Sam for one of the categories.
Who the hell is Sam? Sally T.
Yeah, again gave me some insight into the chaotic mind of Niall Bella. She really is doing her own show.
She is somewhere else, and that's okay.
So the maxi challenge this week was Rumble in the Jumble. It was a sewing challenge.
I love a sewing challenge.
Using cast-offs from
previous
seasons
episodes.
Past.
Yes. Oh, seasons. That's right.
Seasons
yes.
Pasty got to assign the teams, so it was 2 queens per season.
Because she was the lucky cow winner.
And they were not on teams. So they were not competing against each other. They were not competing with each other.
One thing that made me judge 2 queens together was with Pasty and Katrin Feelings. Katrin asked Pasty if she could sew. And she says, yes, with a pattern. And Katrin, quick as you like, said, well, how are you with fabric?
I love that Elle is skipping school to do drag. I love that Ru could not understand a single thing that Taylor said.
At all.
Yeah, Viola was... she's not shy about telling everyone how wonderful she is. I did enjoy how bitter she was for this entire episode because of the mini challenge.
Oh, she started crying while they were sewing. And everyone had to stop what they were doing except for Niall Bella. I love Niall Bella. This is where I loved her. Was this is like, well, I've got things to do.
My favorite quote from her, you can't make a sweater out of tears.
No, you cannot.
No, you cannot.
Category is Rumble in the Jumble.
Eleganza. Select's addiction was first down the runway. She looked all right, but I didn't understand this. Like the stars. She made some stars and a headpiece out of yoga mats, and it was not an unconventional challenge.
The thing was, the stars she wanted to stand out so that you could see them, but they all ended up twisting and so it looked like birds. Like she was being circled by a murder of crows or something. But I still gave her a Fingerdoo.
Bones was up next, wearing a big pink bow and very little else.
I was so impressed with this, because this was deceptively complex. Because yes, she used yoga mats to make a big bow, which she then stuck to herself. But the tails of the bow, she had come in on her waist, front and back, to give her a shape, which I thought was genius and really impressed me. It gave me an insight into how Bones thinks, and I was very happy to give her a Fingerdoo. I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, I was prepared to hate this, but it looked fantastic. She did a great job.
Next down the runway, Elle Vosk in, as advertised, a Bob Mackie disco shimmy one-arm bandit thing. I think she was stretching it by calling it a Bob Mackie share, but it is that look. And as drawn, she looked great. I mean, was it the best outfit in the world? No. Was it the best on the runway that night? Well, it was in the half that made the other half not the best. So, Fingerdoo for Elle.
Bonnie Ann Clyde was next, serving us some old school Hollywood Norma Desmond animal print vibes, and then completely lost the plot at the bottom
of the
dress.
Either way, I still gave her a Fingerdoo because, well, from the tits up, she looked pretty good, even though I'm still getting Acacia Forgot vibes from her face. Terrace was next, and she really surprised me. I can't believe she made this, because for all of the drama that was going on in that workroom, we really didn't see what she was doing. And then the next thing is she's walking down the runway in this. If she had said she brought that from home, I would have believed her. I didn't. I was very impressed that she made that. So Fingerdoo for Terrace.
Yeah, it was a little boring.
Yeah, it was plain. Boring, yeah, but still, there were cutouts, there were pearls. It fit her better than the thing she walked into the workroom in.
Nyan Bella was up next in a blue ensemble with like half an umbrella.
As drawn, again, it looked like the drawing she'd shown Rue, so that was impressive.
It was a messy drawing, and it was a messy outfit.
I'm still giving her a Fingerdoo because I thought the translation from inception to finished outfit was pretty clear. But yeah. Catherine Feeling's outfit I thought was gorgeous. It was very Vivienne Westwood. It was very 80s punk. It was a little boring, but the draping she did with all those fabrics in the skirt I thought was gorgeous, so I totally gave her a Fingerdoo.
Pasty was next and needed a couple of attempts to actually land on the runway.
She is just I think she's a klutzer or she is cursed.
I wish she'd just stayed off the stage. At first glance, her green jumpsuit looked okay.
It was fun.
Looks okay for someone who can't sew.
Yeah.
Congrats on actually making something.
Yeah. Too bad it was that.
Yeah.
Fingerdoo.
Fingerdoo.
Yes. Page 3's outfit was interesting. A big long sheath with a couple of cutouts in it. I'm sorry she took it off. I still gave her a Fingerdoo.
Next down the runway in a completely different category than anyone else was Viola, dressed as a spider queen. And
this was the big thing. She got a degree in fashion.
Yes. But she doesn't have a degree in taste or a degree in good ideas.
Figured out. Just that. Chaiti Grande was next, and I was so impressed with the quality of her dress. I not for a second thought she had made, because she was another one we didn't really see her sewing a lot because no drama. Yeah. But I completely gave her a Fingerdoo, even though it was a little boring.
Yeah, I didn't understand why she stuck those pin cushions onto her. But that's what she did.
And it's too late to take them off now.
Too late to take them
We've
off.
seen them. We've seen them!
Last but not least, down the runway, Sally TM as a picnic. I don't know how to describe this outfit.
She was a picnic.
She had some checkers. She had a big stupid baguette. You heard me, stupid baguette. Just a big crusty loaf with her.
Pastries on her head, all of it. It could have gone a lot of ways, and it did not. Fingerdoo for Sally TM.
The top queens were Bones, Sally TM, and Catherine Feeling.
And this week's winner, Sally TM, the picnic that never quits. I was so pleased for her.
I was so pleased for her.
Yeah. And the bottom two queens ended up being Pasty, bless her heart, and Viola.
Ooh. So this lip sync was kind of Man, Viola kind of took over the stage. I was impressed.
She impressed me. I didn't think she would do a good job. She actually emoted. There was some commitment to the lyrics. Yeah. Pasty tripped on her shoe again.
Pasty tripped on her shoe and just stayed at the back of the stage.
What size shoe is she wearing? Are they hand-me-downs? Are they her mother's? Like
I don't know.
Something has to be done here.
When all is said and done, another week of Viola.
Yeah, I would have rather Pasty stay, but I also was sick of looking at Pasty. So, yeah, I get it.
Bye, girl.
Yeah, bless her heart. Which brings us to episode 3, the Girl Group Challenge. Ooh! Of course, we had to deal with Viola and her mood.
Oh.
It was clear that this was not going to change.
I just have to keep reminding myself that she's only 22.
Yeah.
She may look like she's 32 out of drag, but she's only 22.
Yeah.
So I had to give her a lot more grace.
But there's Elle Vosk, the same age,
yes,
acting twice as mature. So, I don't know. And because it was the Girl Group Challenge, Sally was the winner of last week. So she was the, not the captain of one team, but she got to pick a team. And Viola, who won the lip sync, got to pick her team as well.
Sally picked Bones, Celexa, Chai, and Elle.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good mix.
Yeah.
Wise choices.
Yeah, she picked a good broad mix of people. Mm-hmm. Viola picked Taris, Bonnie and Clyde, Page 3, and...
Nyang Bella,
that's right. Which left Katrin Feelings, the odd queen, out. But because she was the odd queen out, she got to pick which team she wanted. The funny thing was, though, Viola didn't want her on her team and chanted so. Which, of course, is the clear way to make somebody pick you. Which Katrin did. She ended up being on Viola's team. Much to her chagrin.
So the teams picked their team names. Sally TM's team was Hotline X.
Viola's team was Fallen Angels, but FA, ampersand, LL3N. Very pretentious, very unnecessary. No one cares. So the queens recorded their vocals with Girls Aloud member and Wasp pointer outer Nadine Coyle.
Wasp! So the Fallen Angels, Team Viola went first, and when Taris rapped, it made Katrin feel some sort of way. This was the first sign of a burgeoning showmance going on.
Yeah. Hotline X were next into the studio with Nadine. I thought they did all right, too. No real duds.
No, Elle needed a little bit of guidance to move from singing to more rapping.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Selexa's not a singer.
No, Celexa is a shouter. Celexa shouted it, and the queens seemed to be very impressed by the amount of energy that she was bringing. They also seemed to be impressed by Chai T. Grande's lyrics.
Yeah, she wrote some good lyrics. Yeah. Choreo was next, and the queens were more or less left to their own devices to create their own choreo. And because the Fallen Angels had Page 3, they were very, very open to letting her do everything as far as choreo. Hotline X didn't seem to have any hurdles. Though Bones was doing a fair job choreographing, Bones seemed to be very open to other people's input. Yeah. And how are they feeling about this? So she kept asking questions. Chai felt that she was helping finesse and finish some of the moves. But I feel she's the only one who thought that because no one really seemed to be paying any attention to her, bless her heart.
She just doesn't seem to command much attention.
She's too subtle.
And it was Elimination Day. All the queens seemed very excited, except not that excited about Viola's Rod Stewart wig.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible. Yeah.
We got to see a little more of Taris and Katrin's showman.
Burgeoning love affair, yes. And then it was time for the runway. Category is Cuddly Wuddly. Bonnie and Clyde went first, and the minute she said Linda Evangelista, I recognized the wig. But her towel, elegant towel, glamorous towel, it was literally terry cloth fabric made into the most gorgeous dress. It had cutouts, it stood out, it was very Fingerdoo worthy. Well done.
Katrin Feelings was up next and dressed as a blue cat or thing one.
Yeah, I wasn't. This was, again, the problem Katrin has on the runway is it's not drag enough. Like, where are the stones? Where's the sparkle? Like, she could have done anything to this to just push it up a bit. I still gave her a Fingerdoo, but she's on the fence, that one.
Yeah, it was more cats than drag race.
Yeah. Page 3 was a huge disappointment in her I just got out of bed or I'm waking up in bed or whatever. And I guess her Cuddly Wuddly was the comforter she ditched and the pillow that looked like bad wings. I gave her a finger don't because I'm sick of this look. I'm just sick of this look. Also, I'm giving her a finger don't because so many people have done this look better.
No, Bella was up next as a sexy Parisian kitty cat. And
I didn't have a problem with her outfit out of the gate. I thought the black sheath, I was like, okay, cuddly buddy, I get it, all right.
Yeah.
But then she took it off.
Then she took it off.
Oh.
And she was wearing nothing but
pussy paws.
Pussy paws. One paw on each breast, one paw on her
pussy.
On her pussy.
Yeah, pussy.
A tail coming up the back, and who knows where that fourth paw went.
Yeah, well, something had to hold on.
That's why she was walking like that.
Well, that's a tight gate, I'll tell you what.
It's a tight gate.
Fingerdoo.
Viola was up next, and I need to read the description of what she was wearing. A dead zombie drag queen in a broken-down teddy bear animatronics costume.
A.K.A. A Night at Freddy's. It was terrible.
A.K.A. a stupid idea.
It was terrible. It reminded me of Kennedy Davenport's roasted chicken rising from the crystalline...
Which I loved. It was crazy. And
at least it was crazy enough for me to go, what? This I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Tanis was next in some red and black shorty knitwear, and I thought she looked great.
She looked cute.
Yeah. I mean, it was better than whatever Viola had on, so Fingerdoo.
Yeah.
That's the line now.
That's
Viola.
a lot better than Viola. Oh, that's a low bar. Someone who vaulted over the bar that Viola set was Elle Vosk, a pink poodle.
This was the most beautiful wig I think I've ever seen, and then the outfit couldn't have been more appropriate. Yeah, Fingerdoo for Elle. Well done. 22. Somebody else who could have dragged their runway up just a scooch was Sally TM. She was apparently a circus bear.
She was
a
crocheted teddy bear.
A crocheted teddy bear. First of all, it looked like a gingerbread man with a skirt and hat on. There was no texture to suggest the crochet. There was no... Yeah. She could have done that with sequins. Something. No sparkle. There was no drag here.
It was confusing. I didn't know if it was a monkey. I didn't know if it was a mouse.
Yeah.
Did not enjoy
I had
this.
to give her a finger don't.
Next down the runway was a pile of skin. It was bones, and I had no idea what I was looking at. And I didn't care because she looked amazing.
Whether it was elephant scrotum or a pile of neutral laundry, I don't know, but it was certainly wuddly if it wasn't cuddly.
It was weird. It was fashion.
She looked... And I have to say, this was a turning point for me in Bones. Because just because she's low-key and has that dead face doesn't mean the wheels aren't spinning. It's Fingerdoo for you and your foreskin. Next was Chai Tea Grande in... I don't know what it was, if it was an orange chenille sofa cover or the sofa itself. I loved this. I love orange. Mm-hmm. I thought this was an excellent garment for her to wear, regardless of the category. This, if she'd walked down the runway for anything, I would have been impressed with this. It was so beautiful and elegant, so I gave her a Fingerdoo.
Last but certainly not least down the runway, Select's Addiction was a giant, crazy, day-glow teddy bear from the front, or was it the back? She flipped around and there she was. It was her the whole time.
I quite enjoyed this. A Fingerdoo for you, Selexa. And then it was time for the judges to get critiquey. And the top three queens this week were Elle again, Page 3, and Bones. Who landed in the bottom? The winner this week was, I think, not only a surprise to everyone, but I think well-deserved, Bones. The queens that landed in the bottom, though, to lip-sync were Nyong, Bella, and Viola. Yeah, I wasn't worried for Viola, but she was up against Nyong Bella, and she was already half naked, so it just made me think that Nyong Bella was going to steal focus a lot easier.
Viola just did not stand a chance.
No.
Just didn't stand a chance.
No. And I don't think anyone was surprised that it was Nyong Bella who shantaed, and Viola, bitter, only child Viola, who sashayed away. Which brings us to episode 4, Mother Tuckers, Jane Horrocks. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, this was the acting challenge.
Yes.
They were all going to be divided into teams to do some fun scenes from a show based on dirty, smutty British sexy books.
Murders and filth. That's the British.
Murders and filth and tumescent things
Shakespeare would be
rising.
so proud.
Yeah. So Bones got to pick the teams as the winner of last week, and Bones selected for herself Celexa, Elle, and Page 3. And she didn't really seem to care about what the other teams were, so she just sort of
where they stood
them up. And so Bonnie, Taris, and Sally were a team. And then Chai Tea, Katrin, and Nang Bella.
Were there any surprises during the filming for you?
I was very concerned about Sally TM because her character was Tony Hansenballs, who was supposed to be from New York, and I don't know, like what they showed us was very hard to understand. It was not a New York accent, which
at all.
I'm not faulting her for that at all because I love a bad accent. And I was also concerned about Nang Bella. Nang Bella seemed to be getting a lot of direction as Clip Clop the Gimp Horse.
While the queens got ready for the runway, Taris had a very emotional reveal to her life and her past, and it was very sad. The fact that she had problems with her mom and her and her sister and brother going into the foster care system in Britain, and of course the abuse that she had to deal with through that time. It was very sad. Everyone cried. Everyone gave hugs. It was very affirming. Everyone's fine now. I thought it was a good bonding moment for everyone.
And then we're off to the runway. Category is Ab Fab. Night of 1,000 sweetie darling. Sweetie darling.
Yes. Oh, sweetie darling. Help, mama darling.
Bones was first down the runway, dressed as Patsy, dressed as a cigarette.
Yes.
Cute.
It was all right.
I thought it was cute.
It could have been better, but it wasn't the worst. Fingerdoo. Page 3 was next, a little après ski wear, which had a lovely hood festooned with Siggy butts for her Patsy look. Again, I thought there was some imagination there. It was all right. Fingerdoo.
It was cute. And she covered up her bathing suit with a jacket.
Puffer coat.
This time.
Well done.
Well done. Elle was up next, and I immediately burst out laughing at this outfit. She was being Bubble from the Ab Fab movie.
The movie, yeah.
Big stupid shirt on with
the glasses.
The glasses necklace to hang down over the eyes on the shirt. Big dumb white bob wig. I laughed so hard when I saw this.
Fingerdoo for Elle. She is killing it. Celexa was next, and I have to say the only thing interesting about her Patsy outfit was the corset, because Patsy would never have worn a corset like that in a million years. But I thought Celexa looked good. She could have looked better. I think that the color was a little drab. I think she could have dragged it up a little bit, but I still thought she looked great, so Fingerdoo.
Taris was up next, giving another ode to Bubble, but I mean, I was kind of giving like I don't know, Nutcracker, little drummer boy.
But I thought she still looked great. Fingerdoo.
Very pretty.
Yeah. Sally TM was next in one of the most original looks. I didn't recognize this as anything, but I could totally see Eddie wearing it. But this was a Schiaparelli meets apparently a sweater that Patsy has worn.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known what the runway category was just by looking at this. I did not care that I did not understand the reference because Sally looked ridiculous, and I loved it.
Yeah, Fingerdoo. Well done, Sal.
Tia. Bonnie and Clyde was up next, and she was dressed as Patsy having a flashback to when she was a model in the 60s, talking about Thursday.
Yeah, Fingerdoo for Bonnie. I'm so serious. She looked great. You know who else looked great? Chai Tea Grande. Not at the hop. She was wearing a La Croix bag, just the bag. And I was like, oh, God. But then she stepped out of the bag and she was wearing a bathing suit covered in La Croix jewelry. And I was very impressed by this look because it was subtle. It was tasteful. But it was completely the category. And I gave her a Fingerdoo.
Nang Bella was up next, bringing us saffron, a little saffy on the runway, which was a nice change. Yeah. She just went with sad bookworm Saffy, which is not who Saffy was. She was. No. It was cute.
Yeah, I gave her a Fingerdoo because what else was it good?
What else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do? Katrin Feelings. This is when I fell in love with her. This could have been on the show.
It looked like she went to the CBC wardrobe department and grabbed an original Eddie costume. Yeah. This was perfectly copied, and she looked great. Even the way she was walking around was hilarious.
Presentation was great. It was all slightly too small for her. She had to pull at the crotch. It was so perfectly done.
Yeah. Fingerdoo for you, Katrin Feelings.
And then we got to watch the Mother Tuckers. Episode 1, Plucky Bitches. Cute.
Yeah.
Lots of double entendres and
I thought they
silly
did a good
slaps.
job. Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff.
I thought everyone did a really good job. The only person that really kind of bit hard gravel was Nia Bella for me. I didn't know what the hell she was doing. I didn't know who, like, I don't know. It just didn't even edit well in with everyone, because usually the edit saves everything.
True.
Yeah.
I loved the secret special guest star, Alan Carr, serving some beefcake.
Yeah.
I can't say realness.
No.
About it.
Fantasy book cover.
Yeah.
That's what, some
it was hilarious.
Very funny. And
also doing a terrible accent in one of the
worst
scenes.
accent. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. But much fun to watch. And then it was time for the judges' critiques. The queens at the top were Sally T.M., Katrin Feelings, and
Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde. I thought that was a good representation.
Solid choices.
Yeah. This week's winner, not surprising, Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, this was hers to win. She wanted to win an acting challenge. She did win an acting challenge, and I was very impressed. Landing in the bottom, I was a little aghast here. Select's Addiction and Nia Bella. I wasn't surprised with Nia Bella, but I was surprised by Select's Addiction. Yeah. But when they started lip syncing, what song did they do?
Pearls by Jessie Ware.
That's right.
Oh, look at me.
You're very retentive.
Good. Very retentive.
Yeah. And you're remembering things too.
Say anally so. Anal attentive.
As far as this lip sync went, I was very impressed with Select's Addiction.
Yeah, for someone who claimed that she was having trouble walking in those heels, I thought she did a great job. I have no idea what Nia Bella was doing. At one point, she lost her shoes.
Yeah.
How
did she live? What was she doing that her shoes came off?
What happened?
Sadly, I think third time was the charm for Nia Bella, because she sashayed away, and it was Select's Addiction who shantaed, and rightly so. Which brings us to episode 5, which was the talent show. And to make it different, they decided that they would put this talent show on a cruise ship.
On a cruise ship. Yeah, I think the whole cruise ship thing was just an excuse to have LaVoie on, because she's done a lot of cruises. Yeah. I saw LaVoie on a cruise.
Yeah, you did.
She was amazing.
Yeah.
She was the best entertainment on that cruise. So, she sort of came in, talked to the queens, talked to them about their stuff, laughed openly in Bones' face when she said
she's the
she
queen
was the queen of Soho.
Well done.
The thing I found them...
I had to take my earrings off.
Jesus. Why? Where'd they go? What happened?
They're right here, but they were hurting me.
You mean we get edited?
No, because they're magnets. They do
gorgeous. Look at these. Gorgeous. Yeah. Look at that. Oh,
because you're wearing the Alan Anderson jewels, and I'm wearing those.
Look. Shiny. I was surprised at how nervous Bones was.
Yes.
For someone who performs all the time, I'm like, oh, you seem to be very nervous. And she got especially nervous when she found out Elle was doing an original track.
But then lots of queens do their own original tracks.
Lots of queens do original tracks.
Yeah. But we didn't have to wait long, because then it was time for the start of the Tickety Boo, SS Tickety Boo.
SS Tickety Boo.
Talent show.
Extravaganza.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah. Every single time. Elle Vosk kicked it off.
Yeah.
With her original track.
The best way possible. This was so funny, because she was making fun of original tracks. Yeah.
It was funny enough. It was cute enough. She looked amazing in pink and shiny and wonderfulness. And I thought she did a great job.
Yeah.
Bones, unfortunately, had to follow that with her original track.
And there was nothing wrong with what Bones did, but whoever mixed that track for her, it was completely unintelligible. I couldn't understand what was being said. And that's just down to how it was mixed. Her voice didn't stand out next to the music. There
was a little bit of fire at the end, on a podium at the end.
Yeah, but it was unnecessary. Like, it was, if you blinked or took a sip of your cocktail, you'd have missed it.
I mean, maybe it fit in with the lyrics, but we couldn't understand the lyrics, so we had no idea what was going on.
Sally T.M. I still have no idea. She was lip-syncing to some inner monologue of her own. Well, she wasn't even lip syncing, it was just happening. The inner monologue was happening while she was painting. And then at the end of this whole thing that just kind of ramped itself up to this crescendo, I love you, RuPaul. It was a drawing of RuPaul. It was so funny.
It was a drawing of RuPaul as in boiled egg, because she went down the whole boiled egg thing. And then she had a wig reveal, and there was a face on the back of her bald head.
It's so funny.
I don't know why boiled eggs were a thing.
Nope.
I did not care. This made me laugh so hard.
I'm sure that Sally doesn't know either. I think she just went with it. Yeah.
It was so stupid. I loved it.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah. Select's Addiction was next, and if you had told me that I would think her number was the best in a talent show, I would have slapped your face. But I did. This was stupid, unnecessary. It had no point, and I couldn't have loved it more. It was basic alien striptease. and the alien has breasts everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm nitpicking here because I did enjoy this routine. I just wanted the track to be a little more interesting.
Yes.
Like it was a little repetitive, like incoming.
Yeah.
So but everything else was so fantastic. Bonnie and Clyde also took the route of making fun of talent shows by running through, doing a lip sync number, just kind of running through all the things she could possibly do as a talent. And then when it came time to reveal her big talent, the screen went black and chaos ensued, and we just saw her with some things on her at the end. I enjoyed it up until that point. I wanted to... The button on that joke was not strong enough.
No, she needed a bigger finish. Page 3 was next, and as advertised, she sang live, off the hop. And that first note or two weren't great. Yep. And I immediately judged the rest of her live singing. It got better. She sounded fine. But I just was like, you need to, if you're going to sing live and you're going to crow about it before you do it, you better hit all the notes.
She stopped singing at one point and then was like, did you think I was going to sing the whole time, silly billies? And ripped off her outfit and the fan went on and she did a dance number about popping her pussy. Yeah. Which was cute, but...
Yeah, but...
It feels like this is...
That pussy's been popped already. We're on episode 5.
Do you do this all the time? Like, show us your talents, not the thing that you do all the time. Like... Take it up a notch. Yeah. Take it to the next level. Yeah. Chai Tea Grande was up next doing her sexy comedy burlesque.
On paper, I was excited for this.
On paper, I was excited, and then in person, it was just...
But then I remembered it was Chai Tea going to do this, and I was like, I'm not excited at all. And I wasn't disappointed.
You were not wrong to be disappointed. When she put the pasties on the dumpling...
Very funny.
That was when I was like...
I thought,
okay, this is going somewhere. No, don't call it a burlesque when you're still dressed as a dumpling by the end
You're
of
still
it.
fully dressed. You're wearing more, in fact, because you added the
Show
pasties.
us your wonton skin. I want to see... Is that racist? Can I say that? No?
Following in the historic steps of Lawrence Chaney, Katrin Feelings brought her comedy magic routine to the stage. As funny. Lawrence's was more elaborate, but Katrin did a great job. She's very funny, clearly very comfortable in front of an audience.
Wrapping up the talent show, Tayrus served us a high-energy dance number that was an ode to watermelons and ended up with her crushing a watermelon between her mighty thighs.
You know, I would have tipped it. I would have given that money.
I would have tipped it, yeah.
And then it was time for the runway. Category is...
Having it large, oversized fashion.
Love it.
Wilma's closet.
First down the runway, Chai Tea Grande in another fantastic runway look. This was an oversized bolo tie, oversized collar, and then the front of the shirt that was her dress had huge buttons to keep it all in the right scale. I thought she looked fantastic. I gave her a Fingerdoo.
Tayrus was up next, serving us some gorgeous black dandy realness.
Gorgeous.
Looked really good. I wish the bow had been
way bigger.
About 8 sizes bigger.
Same with
and
the hat.
I wish the hat had been about 3 sizes bigger.
Yeah. But
she was feeling herself.
She looked great. Yeah, she really did. I wasn't mad at this look, so I totally gave it a Fingerdoo. Bones was next, and at first I wasn't sure what she was wearing that was oversized because she had like big pointy shoulders and a short fur coat. And I thought, surely it's not the shoulders. Well, then she opened the coat. She had nothing on but a necklace that was way too big and hid all of her juicy bits. And I was very impressed. This was an impactful outfit for having very little to it. Yeah. And how do you not give a tight bum like that a Fingerdoo?
Katrin Feelings was next, serving an ode to Iris Apfel.
Yeah.
Lots of oversized bangles and necklaces.
She could have had more jewelry. The thing that disappointed me was how big her dress was. Because Iris wasn't a big person. And that's what made her jewelry all look so big, was even though she was in trapeze dresses and that, they still were proportionate to her. And I felt that Katrin oversized the dress too, and I didn't need to. But I loved the look. I knew exactly who she was when she walked in, and I totally gave her a Fingerdoo. Bonnie and Clyde was next. I loved this dress, but I was very disappointed that the only thing oversized on it was the train, which created a red carpet moment behind her, which she then unhooked from her dress. So then what were we watching? A big bit of red carpet on the floor.
I was a bit disappointed that Bonnie's a very creative queen, and I thought that she would have come up with something a little more interesting than that.
I gave her a Fingerdoo because it was stunning and she looked gorgeous.
She looked gorgeous. Next down the runway, Select's Addiction. And this made me fall in love with her even more. She was just dressed as a giant T-shirt with the hanger on her wig, and when she turned around there was a security tag and a price tag on it.
A discount price tag.
I was so impressed.
Yeah, but the best part of this was in the workroom later when she had her hands out at the sleeve because she just looked stupid.
Every time she did something with her hands, I lost my mind.
So funny.
I lost my mind.
Yeah. Well done. I couldn't give her enough Fingerdoos for this look.
All the Fingerdoos.
Yeah.
All of them. Even I gave her a Fingerdoo, and I don't give Fingerdoos.
Well, not outside of a back alley.
I give box fart breezes.
Hair parters.
That's a windy box
The hair
fart.
parters.
That one is.
Elle Vosk was next, and although she looked gorgeous, and yes, she had some fabulous Irish embroidery on a little apron thing, this did not meet the brief. She was playing the wind-up doll from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. What do you see, you people gazing? She looked great. But what was oversized? The sleeves were puffy, but they weren't huge.
Yeah.
They weren't much bigger than what the original costume was. And the key was huge, but you didn't see it because she was facing the audience most of the time. So I didn't understand this.
I didn't understand it either. I thought she looked very pretty.
Stunning. Her makeup was gorgeous. The
outfit.
outfit.
The brief.
So I'm going to give her a figure don't.
Gasp.
Because I think she made an outfit she already had work here as opposed to meeting the brief.
Next on the runway, Sally, TM. I have no idea what this was. I think she described it as a matador on an acid trip, or I don't even know if Sally knew what this was.
I don't think she did, but it was stunning.
I did not care that I did not know what I was looking at.
And because we didn't know what we were looking at, we couldn't tell what was oversized.
Yeah, what's oversized? The whole thing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
What is it?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I couldn't give her a Fingerdoo fast enough because, again, unique, spectacular. My eyes were just feasting on the elegance of it all. Yeah. Well done. I would have been more impressed with page 3's Polly Pocket outfit if Bones had recreated a look similar to that in the second episode without reference. Like, they were just very similar outfits.
Bows. Pink bows.
Yeah, pink bows.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, it was cute, yeah.
If we hadn't seen her already be mostly naked, it also might have had a little more impact.
Yeah.
But, it was good.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. I gave her a Fingerdoo only because, she put a lot of effort into that. Or someone did. So it was a pity do, for sure. Yeah. And then it was time for the judges' critiques. Landing in the top this week, Celexa, Tavis, and Elle Vosk. And they did a good job.
They did a great job. No surprises there.
No. And the winner this week, I'm not surprised. No. Select's Addiction, that runway alone is what cinched this for her. She just looked great. She was great. And she couldn't have been more grateful to win a badge finally, bless her heart. Yes. Landing in the bottom, though, this week, Bones and Chai Tea Grande. I was devastated for Chai Tea.
I was not devastated for her. This was a long time coming.
True.
And there's only so many times that your runway can save you if you've done poorly in the challenge. And her challenge was not good. It was
It's not that she failed. She just didn't do enough. She didn't push herself. She wasn't bold enough. And that's the only crime in drag, is if you're not bold and audacious, then what the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah. So they, what did they lip sync to?
To Spectrum. Say my name.
Yeah.
Calvin Harris.
Yeah.
Florence and the Machine.
Yeah. Bones did a great job. Bones
stomped around that stage.
Like she owned it.
Wearing almost nothing. Chai Tea did okay. Yeah. But I was not surprised when all was said and done.
But she didn't surprise me. She did what I figured she would do, which wasn't great, but not horrible.
Yeah, she did fine.
Yeah. So it was Bones who chanted, thankfully, because she's starting to grow on me.
Yeah, I want to see more
Bones. And not
Bones.
in a fungus kind of way. Yeah. And it was Chai Tea Grande who sashayed away. And fair. Fair. Yeah, she did a good job. I think she's going to learn from this. I think she's going to be able to take some of the lessons and apply them directly to her drag. And I think she's going to be a stronger queen for it. So, well done, Chai.
Yeah, she was just a little too much shy T Grande. Like, she was just a little reserved. I think she was just being too polite. And she needed to just show us a little more.
We didn't need the whole Grande. We could have done a shot.
We could have done it. It would have been fine. Yeah. The funniest thing she said all season was her exit line, I guess you ordered this Chai Tea Grande to go. I was like, where was this?
Yeah.
Where was this the whole season? Or they just didn't show us any of it.
Which brings us to episode 6, The Rusical. I love the Rusical. I especially love the British Rusicals.
Yeah, because it's a lot more panto than we get in America.
It's more their wheelhouse as a country, so I think more people just get how to do it. Yeah. But this was not my favorite Rusical. I was surprised at the vulgarity in some of the lyrics because the British writers tend to be very good with double entendre and innuendo, and they just seem to eschew all of that.
Yeah, these were just entendres.
Yeah.
These were single entendres. We could hear them right away.
Yeah.
And there weren't any bops. Like there's usually a number that gets stuck in my head.
Yeah. No, there wasn't anything
but
particular.
There was nothing to. I am also judging all Rusicals against Rosemary's Baby Shower.
You have to.
Which is set the bar. And if you need to get close to that.
Even Chanel was funny in that. And Chanel has no sense of humor whatsoever. Select's Addiction, because she won last week, got to assign all the roles. And I like that. I like that when one person gets to, because they can either be very gracious and ask what everyone wants, or they can just give them out and you can't say anything about it. And for the most part, I think this went very well. Everyone seemed to get what they wanted. The only person who didn't was Terrace. And she had a couple of choices, but it seemed like all of those choices got sent to somebody else. So she had options, and one of them was being a Crocodile Destroyer with her
Katrin,
her new special friend, Katrin. Or, what was the other person?
She wanted to be Peter Pansy.
Oh, she wanted to be Peter Pansy.
She wanted to be the dog, or she was like, Peter Pansy or a Croc Destroyer.
Yeah.
Because she claims that she's done some musical theater.
Yeah, in the real world, she said. But
she wanted a juicy part.
Yeah, that could be community theater. We don't know.
I did think the casting of Page 3 as Peter Pansy made more sense, because she's supposed to be an aging twink.
Yeah.
And I think
Terrace is just too bulky to be twinkish at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very surprised Bones took the dog.
I was surprised that Bones took the dog as well, but I need to stop being surprised by the things that Bones is doing.
Because clearly she's got her eye on the prize. She is there to impress people, and she knew that by picking a part no one expected her to pick, she would impress them.
So they rehearsed their singing with Michelle and Johnny. What's his name? Lovely man.
Jono.
Jono McNeil.
Lovely. Yeah.
We love Jono.
Yeah, he's lovely. Australian. Delish.
They all got some good advice, and then they did their choreo with Claudemont.
And his assistant Abs. Oh, I'll be the judge of that.
Page 3 looked very comfortable,
confident.
Yeah,
she was clearly the one that wasn't thrown by any of the days.
It's like, okay, you've definitely done this before.
Yeah.
Whereas Terrace, I was like, she was moving well.
Yeah.
And she was making Katrin look like she could not move very well. But I'm like, no, I don't think that your musical theater experience is that extensive.
Yeah. I'm not sure what she thought a real-time theater experience was.
And then it was time for the Rusical.
I thought this started really well. Elle Vasquez Wendy was cute, and Bones as the dog out of the hop. I was like,
who is that?
Well, she's doing I totally forgot it was Bones.
Bones disappeared into that role. I was
but
so
the part
impressed
itself
by
shone. Like, it didn't get lost in the shuffle. The character stood out. Yeah, well done.
The Page did a good job.
Yeah.
Celexa farted her way in as Stinkerbell.
Yeah.
And from where she started... I really
enjoyed what she did.
I really enjoyed it too.
I thought she was going to, if not win, be one of the top 3, just based on how broad her character was.
Yeah, she seems to be doing a really, really fun job. Yeah. Bonnie and Clyde and Sally TM as Captain Hooker and Smeg.
I couldn't take my eyes off of Sally. She just always makes me laugh. Funny. She just knows how to mug.
And then the Croc Destroyers. Terrace, again, moves very well.
Yeah.
Very nice to move, but Katrin had a whole character.
She was fully into that.
Michelle told her to lean into her Welsh accent, which was an excellent move.
Yeah.
It was just a much more fully formed and interesting Croc Destroyer than Terrace was.
Yeah.
And it's just too bad that there were two of the same, like, right next to each other. So it was very easy to compare those two performances.
Yeah. Everyone did well somewhere.
Yeah.
in something. So it was very even playing ground for me.
Yeah, but I mean, Bones was the one who impressed me the most, just because I wasn't expecting it. Maybe that's on me.
No, I think you're right. I think that even if you were expecting something odd from Bones, she did a great job, comparatively. So yeah, all in all, I was very impressed with the execution of this.
However, and I'm going to bring this up now,
okay.
I do not believe that they were singing live.
Oh no, they weren't.
And when they were showing the judging, and they would show clip, they'd be like, "Oh, well, you weren't really singing that well," and then they would play a clip of them singing. I'm like, "That's not what that sounded like."
Yeah, we clearly got the pre-recorded viewing of the musical they'll be selling on iTunes or whatever.
Yeah, they may have been singing live on that stage, but that is not the audio that we received in our ears, which is why I was confused when the judges were judging at one point. I was like, "What are you talking about? That's not what I watched."
Yeah.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
Because we have the runway first. Category is Battle Axes, Warrior Queen.
I thought this was a great idea for a category because it's very broad. It could be anything.
Yes. I cannot pronounce Katrin Feeling's choice.
No.
I listened to it.
Yeah. No. It's Welsh.
The Welsh, I was like, I know that the D's on the end are in a th.
Yeah.
But I could not tell you what the rest of it was.
That's what it was.
That was...
Pretty close.
You're getting some letters from Wales. As soon as those people crawl out of the coal mine and learn how to write. So she was playing like the last Welsh princess. Yeah. Which kind of looked like her episode 2 outfit a little bit.
Self-made outfit. Yeah. Very much.
A little punky, a little...
clearly the maid outfit influenced what she did for the sewing challenge.
Yes.
But yeah,
she looked great.
Yeah, Fingerdoo.
Look at you, Welsh Merida. Good times.
Aye.
Page 3 came down the runway next, and I did not understand what category she was in.
She had a big computer key on her waist. I didn't realize it was a wrestling belt.
A wrestling belt, because it wasn't, for a wrestling belt, it wasn't bedazzled.
No,
those are the
it wasn't
gaudiest
gold.
Things
they're dinner plates. They're trusses.
If you're trying to drag up a wrestling belt, you really need to drag it up. But she went too like futuristic and sleek.
Yeah. It was too stylized.
So I understood it when she explained it, like this is my warrior queen. But I'm like, I'm not getting WWE.
No. Another bathing suit with a jacket and yawn.
Yeah.
I gave her a Fingerdoo only because that's my choice. Bones was next in a very The Lion, the Bitch, and the Wardrobe inspired look. I thought she looked gorgeous. I mean, we've certainly seen a lot of winter road warrior looks, but I just really enjoyed this on Bones, and she sold the hell out of it, so I gave her a Fingerdoo.
Tyrus was next, and she was serving us a little Black Panther movie meets the Black Panther political party movement.
Yeah, from the 60s,
And she looked good. She really
She looked great.
She made an impact, but it needed more.
It wasn't enough.
Drag in it.
Yeah. It was a great look. But it wasn't a runway outfit. Bonnie and Clyde was digging down into her roots with some Celtic warrior princess deliciousness. I thought she looked great.
I thought she looked amazing. Yeah. I thought she looked like a video game character.
Yeah. The thing with Bonnie is she's got some great looks. I don't expect the variety from her, but I think it's because she looks like Acacia Forgot, and I'm expecting the same thing from her every time. But no, she really does change it up quite a lot. So well done, Bonnie. Fingerdoo.
Yeah.
I absolutely died when Sally came around the corner.
Sally TM.
Well, for a battle axe themed runway, for her to take the first recorded woman pirate in British history, where there's only reference was a wanted poster hand drawn, to create a hand drawn look for the runway to fully represent this person that we really don't know what she looked like.
I don't know what she looks like.
Oh my God, I was so impressed. This was just one of the most perfectly executed illustrative looks, because we've seen them before, the pop culture look. This is how you do it. This is the master class in doing this. So I gave her a Fingerdoo for sure.
It was amazing. It was such an amazing look.
Yeah.
And even the little things like the little outline around her knees and things. Like, it was all so perfectly placed, and everything was in the right place, and everything fit perfectly. It was gorgeous. Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was so clever. Well, that's Sally TM.
Yeah. Selects Addictions coppery bronze cinched waist.
Alien robot.
I was going to say hood ornament. I don't know. Stunning. She looks spectacular.
She looks spectacular.
I had to give her a Fingerdoo. Yeah.
Elle Vosk was next, and she was serving an ode to Queen Maeve in a An outfit that was all made of recycled materials and made by an Irish artist.
Which all in of itself is fabulous, but when you saw it as a full piece...
It seemed overly busy to me at times, and then you start looking at it, you're like, oh, I like that.
And then her boots had lacing, and she had lacing. Like, there was a lot there was nowhere to land. Yeah. But I still gave her Fingerdoo because it was stunning. And then it was time for the judges' critiques. Landing in the top this week, Paige, Bones, and Elle, and rightly so. Yeah, they all did an excellent job.
The winner this week was a double win.
It was a double win, yeah.
Paige 3 and Elle Voss.
And I'm surprised. I thought for sure that was Bones to win. I really thought Bones was going to take it away from all of them. I kind of wish either Elle or Bones had won it and Paige didn't.
So she would lose her mind?
Just for the face crack.
Just so she would lose her mind?
I'm that mean. I am that mean. But I'm glad she got one because, as Elle said, now we don't have to listen to her. The two queens landing in the bottom this week, though, Sally TM and Tayris. And the minute they announced that Tayris was part of the bottom, bye, Sally.
Yeah.
No offense, but Sally's not that kind of queen, and Tayris is. And although I enjoy watching Sally TM perform, like, she's certainly entertaining. She's not as riveting as Tayris. If she had been up against almost any other queen, I think she would have been fine. But Tayris is just more spectacular performer.
Yeah, I think Sally just needs to lean into the fact that she's not a dancer.
No.
And just lean into the comedy of it all.
In this lip sync like she did for the girl group.
So funny.
So funny. They would have been screaming with laughter and she would have won.
Yeah. But when all was said and done and Shirley Bassey's notes were ringing in our ears.
Yeah.
It was Tayris who shantaed and poor little Sally TM who sashayed away.
Yeah, there you go. There's your first 6 episodes in a nutshell. Again, we're sorry that we've been famous and busy. We will not let that happen too many more times. It'll happen, but maybe not too many more. We will be back next week with a full regular episode for episode 7. Until then, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having.
And until next time, miss us! Mwah! Seriously, 6 episodes in a row.
Jesus.
I had better not screw this up again. I can't film this again.
Screw this up again.
I think you should just do these on your own after this if I screw this
thank
up.
God. Okay. Oh.